honestly, the Golden State Warriors should pick, James Wiseman, right? It's like a slam dunk pick. Like, you can't mess this up, right? People are speculating, like, oh, we should trade, pick, all that stuff, for someone like, I don't know, Bradley Beal, Joel Embiid, and all that stuff. And, look, I don't know about that, right? Like, for me, like, first of all, I see Bradley Beal in like so much trade scenarios. I'm like, dude, are they really trying to trade Bradley Beal, or are they gonna keep him? I mean, I don't know. Like, dude, signed the supermax, right? Like they would have to like give a haul for some Bradley Beal, and you know, Joel Embiid, yeah, you get a haul for that, right? Like, are the Golden State Warriors trying to make another super team? I don't know, right? But in my opinion, they need to just pick James Wiseman. I don't want no Anthony Edwards. I don't want no LaMelo Ball. I mean, who else is like the picks, right? I don't want no Obi Toppin, like all that stuff. James Wiseman is a slam dunk, right? You can let Anthony Edwards go to Minnesota, right? Like, I don't know who Anthony Edwards is. I don't watch college basketball, but from the stats that I've seen, like in some of like the semi highlights that I've seen, right? This dude is inefficient as hell. James Harden my ass, right? I mean, I see Kendrick Perkins is some bullshit. You know what? He could James Harden offensive game and Russell Westbrook athleticism. You make it sound like this dude's jumping out the gym, and that's not even the case, right? But whatever, right? Slam dunk pick James Wiseman, right? The Warriors are lacking inside presence, right? As of currently right now, they're in a transition period where they tanked. Mr. Triple Single, he was ass all season, or he was injured. Quotation marks, injured, right? So he didn't really do anything. So they had like what, Marquise Chris playing the center. Like, who the hell was their center? Right? They let JaVale go. Yeah, I mean, basically the players that were like at least notable, right? It was just Eric Pascal, right? Maybe that other dude Bowman, that OBJ looking ass dude Bowman, and then there's Jordan Poole's inefficient ass. Like, these tanking Warriors were basically done for when Steph Curry went down. And then they just shut him down. Like, yeah, all right, Steph, you can take the year off, and it's very helpful. For the championship run, core players to have rest. Except for, and Draymond too, even though he was ass when he stepped on the court. But James Wiseman, from what I've seen, can run the floor. He has decent decent shooting form. It's pretty good, right? Kind of reminds me of Chris Bosh. His defensive game, from what I've seen from like the 3 games he's played, he hasn't played shit, right? So he's an unknown. But what was he averaging, like 28 points or something? Or was that his first game? It was like 28-14 and like almost 2 blocks, right? You need to pick James Wiseman. It's such an easy pick. I don't know what is up with these people saying that they need to pick Anthony Edwards or LaMelo Ball or something, so he can play this, super, I don't know, like, micro small ball and stuff, right? Like, what's up with that, dude? Like, we have a talent like James Wiseman, the size that he has. Maybe he could run the floor. He can probably set picks for Steph Curry. So he's gonna get easy dunks, 24/7. I mean, we saw that with like JaVale McGee. We saw that with DeMarcus Cousins. These guys are wide open, all right, because of the massive pressure that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant provide, right? Now you exclude Kevin Durant, you got those two still there providing, massive shooting and pressure on the defense, right? So James Wiseman will be getting like easy dunks. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this dude put up like just 12 points and 12 rebounds just off of, dunks and like getting alley-oops and stuff. Basically that, right? Like, the Warriors have always been lacking size because whether it's on purpose or not, they've actually used their centerpieces in matchups. Bogut has always been great for them on defense. JaVale at times has been great for them on defense. It's just sometimes JaVale's dumbass does stupid shit. Right? I mean, freaking, what's it called? It is such a slam dunk pick, dude. I mean, from what I've seen from like what Draft Express, they're putting James Wiseman's ceiling as like what DeAndre Jordan and Hassan Whiteside, right? I mean, not really a bad ceiling in a way, but for you to pick a top 3, prospect, I mean, not even just top 3, top 2 prospect, right? Your comparison in ceiling is like what DeAndre Jordan and Hassan Whiteside. That's kind of lacking, right? And I mean, I don't really agree with those comparisons. Like from what I've seen and from like some of the workout videos that he's done, I've seen some stupid comparisons of like what Giannis Antetokounmpo. Get out of here with that shit, right? There's rarely players come out and become someone like Giannis, right? I mean, from what I'm thinking it's more of the Chris Bosh, Anthony Davis, and possibly Kevin Garnett kind of ceiling, right? I mean, this dude's 7'1", he has long wingspan. He has great shooting form, good to great shooting form. I mean, they got that Chris Bosh form, right? And we all know how Chris Bosh turned out. Franchise player for the Toronto Raptors, multiple All-Stars, great defensive pick and roll defender, right? Great mid-range. He even fades away like, Chris Bosh too. So, that's all good and all, but we're trying to hope that he ends up being the Anthony Davis, Kevin Garnett kind of ceiling, right? Where this dude can easily put up 25, 12, and play some mad defense, like some defensive player of the year kind of defense. We're hoping that's the case, right? That's what you should shoot for. I mean, Anthony Davis is, what pick was he? He was a number 1 pick, right? He was a number 1 pick. I don't even know his college stats, but dude's lanky ass was the number 1 pick, and they saw the potential in him, and boom, he's this modern day version of Kevin Garnett. You would hope like James Wiseman would be like that. I mean, you're putting all your eggs in the basket. Like, all right, we're gonna keep this dude, and they have to keep, this dude. They have bloated contracts, and they're just capped out with like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Right now, unless they trade Draymond Green for some more pieces and stuff, and they got Wiggins on the cap space. Like, I mean, do you see that? So, the Warriors are trying to win a championship again, but I mean, they could easily do it with James Wiseman. James Wiseman in an off-season center that can mentor him. Possibly Dwight Howard, right? Dwight Howard can come and help him out with his defense. Maybe, Marcus Gasol could come in too. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the offseason for the Warriors, right? But, I mean, just want to see, they need to pick James Wiseman. James Wiseman is the guy right now. Yeah, I understand that, big men tend to, take their time in developing, right? Because you don't really know. And also, you got to put in the unknown factor that this dude hasn't played, like, any college games, right? Because they screwed him in Penny Hardaway for, taking their so-called money. And he said, fuck it. Fuck you. I'm out of here. I'm an auto pick for the NBA either way. So all this guy's done is just working on his conditioning, I guess. I don't know, man. He's looking jacked city. Jacked.
But whenever you talk about you made some gains in the gym, you say, I'm making all kinds of gains. All kinds.
So, they need to pick him. It's such a slam dunk pick. I just don't understand the LaMelo hype, the Anthony Edwards hype. Like, I don't even think Anthony Edwards is even that good with those stats. Like, my God. For you to put up those kind of statistics of like 40% from like 2 and like, what is it, like 32% or something from 3? Some shit like that, right? I know I'm just generalizing, but the dude is not efficient, right? He seems like a chucker to me. And then you got LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball, I don't understand the hype. Like, dude, his brother's a bust, right? This dude's gonna end like Ricky Rubio, which is, a nice role-playing point guard, right? I thought Lonzo Ball was gonna be Ricky Rubio. Jalen Rose said he was gonna be Ricky Rubio, right? Everyone thought he was gonna be Jason Kidd. Well, look at him now. Like, this dude is Ricky Rubio 2.0, right? Like, my God, he's in that Ricky Rubio, Rajon Rondo mode, where they're just role-playing point guards, right? Who else is gonna be like? Who else is available for like the draft picks, right? I mean, you think Obi Toppin, like, you think this guy's like what, the next Amari Stoudemire? I don't know about that. All the dude does is dunk. It's a slam dunk pick. You can't mess this up, right? You can't mess this up. The potential in this dude is like sky high, right? I am willing to risk it if I'm the Warriors to pick this dude. Keep him, sign a defensive big man in the next season, and boom, let's rock and roll with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Green, and then starting center, Wiseman. Like, let's go. Put Eric Pascal on the bench with Jordan Poole and Bowman. Let's go. Right? Like, they got it set to make a splash in the Western Conference Finals. Of course they do. But, will they do it? Is the question. Are they going to trade it and make some kind of super team? I mean, dude, you could do that, right? I wouldn't do that because you got to think of the future, right? Steph Curry is 32 years old, I think. I think he's 32. Like, Klay Thompson's coming off an injury. Draymond Green's fucking ass, right? He's 29 or something. He's fucking ass. I mean, you got hope for Wiggins, right? I mean, I like Wiggins, man. I really do, but he's a disappointment. He's a fucking bust, it seems like, from what he was supposed to be. So, I mean, dude, just do it, the Warriors. You can't mess this up.